Yes, we can hear you.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is sure say the thing will beat your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is sure say the thing will meet your football need. Your football need. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes go see. Your eyes go see. Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy.
Welcome, one and all, to another episode of your favorite footy podcast, Footy Fantasy. We are here once again on this glorious Sunday. Fantastic day for many of us, and not a fantastic day for some of us, but thank God we are all here. But we are going to welcome our guests. Just before we do that, we'll do a bit of housekeeping. I'll just give you our social media handles. And let's see. We have our YouTube channel, which is at Footy Fantasy. Twitter is at Footy80 Fantasy. Instagram is at Fantasy Footy. Team Music is at from SJ Music Instagram. You can find him there on SJ Music. And we'll jump right into it because we have the classical coming up. So we will try to get this done in 1 hour so we can go and see the drama. We've seen drama already, but we want to go and see more drama. Let's go and see more drama in the classical. But we have Toby with us. We are absolutely happy to have Toby. We've not had him for a while, but he's here with us. Arsenal fan, you can see he's beaming. He's positively beaming. And you can see the name he has on the screen. Let me take this off so you can see the name he has on the screen. Yay. VAR. We'll come back to that. We also have Dayo here, Bayern Munich fan. Thanks for joining us, Dayo. And we also have, me, Man United fan. This is going to be spicy because everybody here, they have previous history. The Bayern Munich fan and the Arsenal fan have history. The Man United fan and the Arsenal fan have history. I mean, I'm just here to observe. I'm here to do peacekeeper. So I'm just neutral. I'm here to just stoke the fires. But we'll jump into it because we really want to catch up with the classical. And I don't know. I think I'll just rejig his topics. We want to start off with the Champions League semi-finals before, but what we'll do is we'll go to the title race. That one is burning hot. It's burning hot in our minds. We just watched one of the most dramatic matches. No exaggeration. That's one of the most dramatic matches I've ever watched in the Premier League. It wasn't like it was a great match. It was just the drama was too much. The drama. It was just like what's happening here. So obviously Arsenal won away to West Ham 1-0. Before I get Toby's thoughts. The title race, I mean, at the moment is looking in Arsenal's control. So we're going to talk about that. We also talk about the relegation battle, which was affected by the results of the match that just concluded. Toby, how's your blood pressure?
Dude, if we win the league this season, I don't want to win again next year. It's fine. This is how it's going to be. When Liverpool wins the league, they've won it by 6 weeks ago. They are going on vacation. They are chilling. Yeah. Now this is like, dude. Like, I don't think any Arsenal fan that watched the game can. I'm sure. In fact, I'm sure a lot of us are. It's too emotional, not because of what's at stake, but just how it happened, right? Mm-hmm. The sequence and the timing. Like, if you're going to write drama for the league, this is the kind of thing you put in like as a novel. Like, okay, this will get everyone excited. I mean, I knew this game was the hardest game left. Mm-hmm. I think even most pundits said it was the hardest game, not because on paper it was supposed to be hard, but because West Ham are fighting for their lives. And it's an away game. And you know that most of the time when you play away at West Ham, we've come unstuck at West Ham where we've gotten draws in the past that have cost us. So I knew this game was going to be hard. I would say I was surprised by the lineup. I didn't think Arteta would stick with the same team. I thought the team needed freshening up. I thought he would start Hincapié since he was fresh. I thought he would rest Ben White. I also thought he would start Kai Havertz, just to give the other players that didn't contribute a lot when we played that Let's Go a chance to play. But he went with the same lineup, and I still don't think that was the right decision. In all honesty, just seeing how the game played out. Now you don't know injuries and how players are
I was
reacting.
going to say fitness issues.
There might be a rationale for it, but I wanted Trossard, I wanted Saka to start, yes, but I think I wanted Kai, and I wanted the rest of fullbacks, for sure. And I think Miles, I could have started with Zubimendi, but anyway. I think the title race you're right, it's in Arsenal's hands. We have 2 more games. One is Burnley at home and Palace away. I think if we get past Burnley, which they already relegated, but they still, I don't know if you saw the Burnley Villa game today.
Yeah.
They're still fighting for something. I don't know what it is. Villa, I watched part of that game this morning and I was surprised at just how poor Burnley was going forward. But then how they could also just
score 2 goals.
Just score 2 goals, right?
Sorry, Toby. That's why at the beginning of the show I said some of us are happy. Because as a Liverpool fan, I was expecting to be in 5th at the end of today. And for some reason, Villa just couldn't beat Burnley. Yeah. I was already expecting that we're in 5th and we're going to go. And I was watching them. I was like, how can Villa not beat this Burnley team? They're a really bad team.
Yeah,
let us go back to Arsenal because
So anyway, so the point is we play Burnley next, right? At home. I'm hoping to be at that game. Yeah, so I'll like.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah. I just happen to be in London this time of the year.
We hear you.
Are you going to drop brown envelopes?
I'll go.
Are you going to branch Stockley Park and drop some brown envelopes for them in Stockley Park?
No. What we did is we saw the Venmo that Guardiola sent yesterday for those denial of goal scoring opportunities and red card for Bernardo Silva. So we said, if this Venmo, we sent our own Venmo today, and we said,
well done,
rules,
done.
But anyway, I think
let's dial back to the main incident now before the VAR. For me, the turning point, and I know Gary Neville was saying this on commentary. It's like in this type of match, those kind of incidents, it's just be in your brain forever. In the next 20 years, you just remember that Raya one. That one-on-one.
The one-on-one save. Yes, for sure. I think people argue with me. Some people still want to argue that Donnarumma is better than Raya. Whatever. Yeah. I know Prime Edison was great. I know Prime Allison was great. But I think David Raya is arguably the best goalkeeper in the league right now.
Yeah.
People want to argue it. And it's like, I think it's still close, but I think this season has shown in big moments he's there. And this is not the first time he's done that this season.
Mm-hmm.
So big moments he's there and his errors are less. Now, I will say that, even that chance, like if they score that chance, you're thinking Arsenal loses, which is not just Advantage City, is real Advantage City. It's not like the draw. The draw was still going to go to a shootout, like, okay, goal difference. And which I was resigned to, by the way. I was like, this is going to be a draw. And then once Arsenal scored and then they cancelled the goal, which I think was the right decision. Like people are saying, oh, this is what Arsenal did to Bayern. And I said, show me a clip of an Arsenal player holding almost the glove of the goalkeeper when he's jumping. And I don't believe that's what happened. But I said, people are saying, oh, it's the same thing that happened. I'm like, all right, well, show it to me. And then VR is consistent.
I'll bring in the other guys now. But for me, I've seen them given and I've seen them disallowed. That's the thing. There's no consistency. So I've seen goalkeepers fouled. I've seen goalkeepers fouled, and I've seen it given. And I've seen it not being given. There's no consistency.
You're right. I think it's how clear foul is it. I've seen them.
Yeah, but Pablo was also being fouled. The guy that fouled Raya was also being pulled by Trossard, and Declan Rice was doing WWE in the back. There was a lot of fouling going on.
Yeah, okay. Then they should blow all those fouls and re-kick the corner kick. Like I think
that's the problem in Premier League. They have let too much go this season. They have let too much go. So it's too late to dial it back. Because they've let too much go.
Against Everton, Bernardo Silva threw the defender on the floor, grabbed him, threw him on the floor. And David Moyes was like, if this is not VAR doesn't call this, he doesn't know what is a penalty anymore. Right? So I agree with you, but I think the only reason why they called it, if he just had his arm like that and it was obstructing Raya, I don't think they call it. I think it's because he grabbed his hand. So it's not like obstructing. That's I'm guessing, right? I'm guessing as to why they called it. That's the only.
It was a big decision. It was Dio, come in here, please. Because Dio already posted the video. He has posted the video and told us this is the type of goal Arsenal scored against Man United. Oh yeah, Dio, over to
you. Show me the video.
It's in the chat. Toby, it's in the chat. You can look at the chat.
Oh no, it's not in that group chat.
No, it's in this chat. It's in
this chat. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I just posted it. It was Manchester United. The first goal Arsenal scored this season, and Saliba's hand were like on the Man U keeper. The thing about okay, let me start first. Like, kudos to Arsenal. Like, it pains me so much to say this. I finished college in 2004. I've not heard from some friends since then. I've started hearing from people that I didn't know they still existed. So it pains me a lot to go through this. But yeah, like, it's really painful. Like, I thought that some people some told me they are no longer football fans. They now support tennis. I have a family now. I don't care about football anymore. Suddenly, they all remember about football nowadays when I started doing well. But yeah, we have to live with that. And I told her during the week, like the way last week started, you saw I posted it on the group chat. I said, okay, I lost my fantasy team. I lost my fantasy football by 1 point. Everton drew Man City. This week is not going well at all. So I predicted that Arsenal will beat Atletico and PSG will be Bayern, and that was what happened. So because I know that everything is just falling in place for Arsenal right now. Okay, you have to make your own luck. They've made their own luck. Kudos to Arteta. He has built a super impressive team, a team that is very difficult to beat. And actually, I'm gonna admit it to you here. I told Ola knows. A part of me didn't want to qualify for that final. Okay, we'll go to that later. Okay, maybe let's talk about that later.
But finish your thoughts here.
Yeah, but okay, coming to the game, Arsenal overall this season, Arsenal will have deserved the title.
Yeah,
they deserve the title defense. Overall. They are the best. They are the best team in the title. They are the best team in the race. Of course, sometimes the best team doesn't always win, like Mr. 97 points we know. And yeah, but they were the best team. Arteta has done a great job on that team. They are so difficult to beat, and well, we were all hoping that something. And City is the closest rival. City has not been great this season. Nobody has even been great this season. So overall, okay, you might be like, oh, Arsenal is going to win it with, let's say, percentage, 70%. Oh, they just got 70%, but the next person to them is 55%. So they're still the best team in the league. They have done well. Regarding the game today, I thought Arsenal would blow them off. So when we got to halftime, I'm like, okay, they're still holding on. 70th minute, okay, maybe a miracle will happen. Then that's save of the season, that moment of the season.
That's the moment of the season, honestly.
Yeah, that is just like the Ortega versus
Son,
Kim Jong-son.
No.
Spurs versus Man City.
Spurs, yes. Man City. Against Son.
Yeah, against Son, like that was the defining moment. You score that, it's just like you're saying that, he's not superstitious. Most football fans are superstitious. Most sporting fans are sports. Once that kind of thing happens, you know that okay, maybe it's just that year after all. Like Raya had no business saving that ball. He will lick that goal on a normal day. But somebody else just
name on the trophy. Sorry to interrupt. When Trossard scored, my 2-year-old son doesn't really know football. But the way I was shouting, I was just like, I knew it.
Yes,
you just know. We've watched football so long. We've watched football so long. When things like that happen, that Raya said, you just know. Arsenal's name is on the trophy. So when Trossard scored, I was just shouting, oh, I knew it. And he was looking at me. I was like, what's wrong with this man? What's wrong with this man? I shouted.
and regarding the handball, the foul on Raya, okay, it's a foul. By the letter of the law, it's a foul. And it should have been given. But the problem is the lack of consistency. And see, that is why actually most people don't like VAR. I like VAR because I thought it was going to bring some level of consistency to the game. I don't want subjective opinions like, it was just a hand. It had no intentions. When we go to the Champions League, Bayern Munich versus PSG, we are going to go back to that too. Like, there were some handballs, like they were like, oh, but he didn't intend it. It was from his own player. See, I'm ready for a point whereby we'll use robots to just refer the game. robots
Be
with
careful
no
what you wish
sentiment.
for.
Yes, yeah. I mean, like any handball is a penalty, whether it's intentional, whether it's back of the hand, whether it's front of the hand. Just blow it so that we have consistency. Not like we will have it today. Okay, like the game, the Man U game I posted. I think it should have been disallowed, and I think this goal too should have been disallowed. But you give some, you don't give some, and
Yeah.
it goes the other way too. Like I think some of the fouls that Man City got away with recently,
Yesterday.
Even
maybe
yesterday.
yesterday, yeah,
Yes.
they shouldn't. That could have been called as well. Like, just keep it consistent. I don't mind if it's Ash. I don't mind if it's Ash. Even if you say don't head the ball again, just keep it for everybody. Like, nobody should touch the ball with their head again. Even if
It's
it's
never
not
meant to
reasonable.
happen like that.
I don't care about reasonableness. I just care about
Unfortunately.
consistency. Just be
Okay, let's go
consistent.
to Yemi. Sorry, let's go to Yemi
Yeah.
because we want to keep this moving. All right, Yemi. What's your thoughts on the title race? Sorry, I'll take a comments from Ayo before we come to you, Yemi. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Ayo says one hand on the title for Arsenal. I was hoping for last day to be decided by a shootout, but congrats to Arsenal, well deserved. Thank you. Let's see. There's Henry. Thanks for joining us. Henry says, especially that Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva is one of my least favorite people. This guy is just.
I get away with murder.
He gets away with even more than murder. That guy gets away with everything. Racketeering, 419. He gets away with all the crimes he can do. That guy, I just don't like him. He's a great player, but I just don't like him. I don't like him. Okay, Yemi, your thoughts on this Arsenal and West Ham game, and then we'll move to the Champions League.
My thought is Arsenal has won the league. I already celebrated them. They have some people that have been fasting and praying 40 days and 40 nights to dry fasting. I go to church sometimes, I just see people ringing bell and shataraba, shataraba, shataraba. You wonder what they are fasting about. They put Arsenal jersey on the floor. They put every other jersey on the floor. They pour blood on every other jersey, but they leave Arsenal. Man, as crazy as it is, I picked this Man City to win the league. But what I saw this today, I think is written in the stars for for the Gunners to win. And that is actually correct. There have been some really, really terrible football in the league this season. But I gotta give it to Arsenal, man. It will be weird for Man City to just come back and win now because they've really been terrible. Pretty much all the teams in the league has been terrible. But we can also say all the teams in the league are terrible, but like we have representation in all the European cups going on right now.
Yeah.
So like it's a terrible league, but like we are actually doing
terrible.
I don't agree. It's terrible. Toby, come in.
No, I know. Hold on. Let me clarify this. The football I'm seeing right now this year, is probably some of the worst I have seen.
Yeah.
In recent years. Now that's just me. That's the guy that played ball. Dio will tell you, like where we are from, is football. You wake up in the morning, is football. You sleep at night, is football. We see good football around us. We grew up with it. So like it's just like this season, long and short of the story, it pains me so much that I have to say it out of my mouth. That yes, the Gunners have won. They can win the league. If they win the Champions League, I'll just leave this Houston. I'm going to leave them.
Houston. I didn't know you were Houston. We'll have to meet up.
No, I don't want to meet up with you, Baba. I don't want to.
So you brother. If Arsenal lose, you can meet up.
No.
Oh yeah, for sure. I will fly to wherever you are.
I won't even say anything about that Champions League final.
Okay, please let me quickly take comments. Sorry, I'll come back to you, Toby. I'll let Toby round up this section because this section is really about Arsenal, and then maybe we'll just talk a bit about West Ham. But I'll take comments from Henry before we go back to Toby. Sorry. I think we missed a couple. Yeah, he was talking about Bernardo Silva. When we're yabbing Bernardo Silva, it's because of his height and that innocent looking face. Yeah, that's part of it. And I think he knows how to make that face look very, very innocent. At some point, the Arsenal throw will end. It's ending, of course. It's the season. He said, yeah, that's counter argument. He says that we say the football is worse, but they have teams in the final regardless of the type of football. Yeah, I think the league is just very competitive. It's like the disparity in quality has narrowed. It's not. That's why you see like teams. Leeds United are on 43 points, but they were not guaranteed safety until today. Normally, 40 points will get you safety. But now all those middle teams are taking points off each other, and all those mid-table teams are taking points off the top guys. So I just think it's very tight that way. Who says Henry says make una leave 3 months sabbatical. That's when Arsenal wins the league. But he says, but now don't mind the thing. Henry is edging his bet. I know what Henry is doing. He keeps telling us the title race is still on, but we know it's finished. Henry, just say it with your full chest instead of edging your bets. It's an Arsenal fan, but he's edging his bets. He's saying don't mind the team. He's calling his team the team. Team that is going to be league champions. He's calling them the team. Don't mind him. He's edging his bets. Okay, Toby, you can round up this section. So how confident are you going to the final 2 games? And do you think it's basically done now?
So I think this was the hardest game on paper. And so I'm confident that we can win the last 2 games. And that's because if we're serious about winning the league, we should be winning those 2 games, right? No disrespect to Burnley and Palace. The Burnley I saw today is beatable. I think Villa was they did everything to get past Forest, right? They don't have, rotation and everything. They had a midweek game, Burnley has been resting, right? So it shows up. Like, the league is very, very physical. If you're not at 100%, you can drop points. So I agree with that 2 things are true. One, the league hasn't been good to watch from an entertainment value. I think we can all agree to that, right? And I remember early on in the group stages or the league phase of the Champions League, when the same Arsenal will play a rubbish entertaining game because of low block, mid block, and then we'll go to Europe and all of a sudden I'll just see space. Players can run into space. The same team. And then Arsenal will beat PSV 3-1. They'll play Bayern. They would have scored 3. Sorry, Dio, but it happened, right? They'll play Atletico. They'll score 5. But the same team will then come on Saturday and play Palace, and there's no space, or Wolves. It's a tight, cagey game. And I had this argument with someone. I go, the football in the league has been crap. I would agree from an entertainment value because of how teams set up against every other team. It is do or die. So it's not been fun to watch. And every team is flawed, which is great. But Bayern PSG, that 5-4, was an inherently flawed game. Like, Noah considered 5 goals from 5 shots, right? That doesn't happen. Just be honest. It doesn't happen, right? The defense.
We like it like that, Toby. We like that. Okay, let's go to Champions League. Let's segue to Champions League since you're already talking about Champions League.
But I'm just saying that's the difference, right? That was also a flawed game. We can say it was entertaining, but it was flawed in the sense that both attacks could score at will, and both defense decided they didn't want to defend that day, right? So, but there was space. It was entertaining. But I agree that the league has been hard to watch for sure. I don't know if it will change, or managers at the top level will find another way to adapt to make people play better.
People think football stays the same. I mean, we talked about this maybe a few podcasts ago. That all these things are cyclical. It's just like, after a few years, another coach will come with fresh ideas. Somebody will start following that coach too. They'll be like, this is working for that coach. Let's follow it. It will change. It will not be like, imagine, look, people are complaining that number 10s are dying out. Look at the top four teams, so to speak. All but number 10s coming into this season. Liverpool bought a number 10. Arsenal bought a number 10 in Easy. Man City bought a number 10 in Czechry. How do they pronounce the thing? Number 10s that you're saying that are extinct. The top teams are buying number. It's coming back. All these things will come back. So, but let's talk about Champions League anyway. It's I'll start with the Bayern fan because we saw Bayern play against PSG. I mean, that 5-4 for me, it was a classic. Some people say, the defending was terrible, but the attacking was so good, it made the defending so bad in the first leg. So, Dayo, take it away. What do you think went wrong in the second leg? Because second leg, I think Bayern just probably didn't really show up. Is that fair?
Yeah,
we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. The thing, in the second leg, I think PSG adjusted their tactics and they were a little bit more conservative. And, they didn't give us much space as they gave.
And they scored early. That also changed the dynamics.
And they scored early. So they scored early and they were able to lock down our players. So, and, also this point about I was making earlier about the consistency of the fouls and the handballs. Nuno Mendes should have gotten a second yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a guy who kicked the ball into the hand of a player, of a PSG player in the box. They didn't give the penalty. They didn't even go to check it.
Yeah,
And,
but that's correct according to
Apparently, there's some rule, some weird rule.
That's correct. That one was correct. That one was
okay,
correct.
but consistency. When I say consistency, that same referee had given that similar kind of foul in his own league. That same kind of foul, like someone was kicking the ball. I can find it and send it to you too. The same kind of foul. Someone was kicking and the hand was just up and the ball hit him on the hand and they gave a penalty. All we asked for
was it the teammates that kicked it?
Yeah, it was the teammate.
I heard the Bayern fan tell me the exact same thing. I haven't checked it, but
exactly. So it's just consistency that I don't mind if the rule doesn't make sense or it makes sense, but just keep it consistent. There was a time they were doing like any form of handball, whether it's even if you are falling on the ground and you are using your hand to break your fall, which is the natural instinct, and the ball touches you and they blow a penalty for you. I felt that was stupid, but okay, if that's it, just keep it the same for everybody. That is what and frankly, Bob said something. Yeah, conspiracy theory. It's like, okay, they brought a Portuguese referee for the most Portuguese team that is not in Portugal. They have like 5 Portuguese players on that team, and they brought a Portuguese referee. That when he was playing, when he sees a French referee, he's like, "Hey, bro, Omoyami, as in, bro, how far?" So that is like, and maybe it's stretching it, but there's an element of there was some places I think the referee was not being 50-50. So I'll just but on the overall, I told people, if Atletico fail to win Arsenal, I don't want to win that game against PSG. Reason is that I don't want to lose a final to Arsenal. We gave Aston Villa their first Champions League in 1982. We gave FC Porto their first Champions League in 1987. We gave Chelsea their first Champions League in 2012. I don't want to give Arsenal their first Champions League and be on their video or be on their VCD or whatever they're doing as the villain of their movie. So that age is deep. I would rather lose in the semi-final than losing the Arsenal. If they give me 50-50 chance of winning the title or losing to Arsenal, I'll be like, no, let Arsenal not get to the final. I'm need to forfeit the final. Like I told you.
See the kind of beef.
People have not heard from in 22 years that are reaching out to me. So imagine they now beat me in that final. Like, if they should beat in that final, then that's it for football. That's it for football.
Okay, we get your point. Sorry, the comments are loading up. I'll quickly take comments and I'll come to Yemi. And I usually like Yemi's tactical insights about all this stuff. I mean, I call it Kochi because we know he's a Kochi. But let's take comments and I'll come to you, Yemi. So this is from Henry. Well, he's still saying, well, with Arsenal, it's not. Well, he's still edging his bets anyway. Sorry. Henry, we know what you are doing. Anyway, Henry says Toby knows our only saving grace is the strength in schedule. I don't know what does that really mean. Strength in schedule. I mean, or does it mean the way the fixtures are scheduled?
Yeah. They have to play Bournemouth. What is it? 2 days after their
FA Cup final. That's true. And you guys are playing Palace, and Palace are playing their final like
2 days after.
So they'll rest all their players basically.
And then Villa drew today, so Villa may need the points on their last game against City.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, I always say this: whoever wins the league deserves to win the league. For me, the table does not lie. Arsenal have been the best team, and that's just it. So all this, the schedule favors us, injuries. At the end of the day, if you're after 38 games, you're top of the table, you deserve it. So that's my opinion anyway. The next point from Henry is, if we don't figure out that right back position with Jerry Cole, with Timber, PSG will have a time with that right back. Yeah, I think Ben White got injured today. Actually, I just want to quickly give credit to. I'm not somebody who will give a lot of credit to Arteta, but this is a coach who recognizes his error and quickly fixes it. Yeah. And when Ben White went off, he put Declan Rice at right back, and then the midfield suddenly became a bit open. West Ham started getting more joy, and at halftime he rectified it. Just like, okay, Declan Rice back to the middle. Who did they now put our right back? Was it who who did they put at right back? Sorry.
Mosquera.
Apple Mosquera.
Yeah.
He rectified it at halftime. He knew that, okay, look, this Declan Rice at right back is not working. And quickly, just change your mind and stop it. Stop the problem from happening. So Arteta really deserves credit for that. Henry says, I was looking forward to seeing Bayern again. I still remember the monologue that you gave Arsenal and family members and relatives and UCL a year ago. My goodness. So people have elephant memory. Oh, goodness. Anyway, I also remember Diane and Toby had like something like a bet or something like that. Yes.
And I thought if we catch them again, we'll beat them, and we did. So who knows?
Well, you didn't catch us again.
We caught you in the group stage now, right?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay,
okay, Henry says it's true. Inconsistent is really. I just think, unfortunately, football will be like this forever. There'll always be inconsistent. As long as human beings are involved, there'll be subjective calls. So I don't see any way out of it. My own is don't let VAR be refereeing the game. That's when they brought VAR. They said, "Oh, VAR will not referee the game," but it's still happening. They just took them out anyhow. Yeah.
Arsenal at Let's Go. It did. The referee gave us a penalty. The guy hit Eze's leg, and they overturned it. Not because they say he didn't hit Eze, but somewhere they didn't even explain it. But the camera angle shows
it happens to all of us. It happens to all our clubs.
It's not like Eze died. So and then I'll say, okay, well, he could hit him, but maybe the contact was not enough. It's just, I don't get it.
Liverpool against PSG. Let me give you an example. Liverpool against PSG. McAllister won a penalty, and that would have helped us to go from 2-0 down to 2-1. And VAR just stepped in and said, oh, it's not a penalty. Even though it was fouled, but they're like, oh, it's not enough contact. So it's happening to all.
Yeah, we're refereeing the referee's decision because that's not clear and obvious. Did he hit?
It's not clear and obvious, exactly. Yeah. But they're doing it anyway. So that's, in my opinion, I think VAR should just be like in tennis. I've always said this. Let there be only two. What do they call it? The way in tennis that you have
like to challenge a call or whatever.
Challenge it, two challenges. So limit the influence of VAR. Let it be up to the coaches to say, okay, we want to challenge that call and make it only 2 per half. So they're not just putting their mouth and just refereeing everything. But don't let me start ranting about VAR. It says, I see Dio again still beefing. Dio was everlasting beef with Arsenal. It's amazing. Henry is responding by trauma. Una don't win, Baba. Yeah, that's what Ayo is saying. Oh, okay. He's talking about that right back, putting Declan Rice at right back. Yeah, but at least he recognizes error. Some coaches are so stubborn, he would have stuck with that error all the way to 90 minutes. But at least he recognized that error and said, okay, look, Declan Rice at right back is not working. Put him back to midfield. And he recognized it and fixed it. So it was an Arsenal decision overthinking things. Pep too is guilty of that. All coaches are guilty of that. Okay, straight to you, Yemi. What do you think about the Champions League semi-finals? What do you think? What do you think about the 2 semi-finals? And what do you think is going to happen in the final?
Man. The two semi-finals, second leg were good. I mean, Atletico versus the Gunners was almost like a snooze fest for me. That one, man, I almost hit my head on the wall 3 times. I was like, okay, thank God for Bayern and PSG that came and rescued my week. Because my week was... But listen, congratulations to the Gunners, man. They made it to the finals. That thing pained me forever and ever. It will always pain me. And I think that Dyer forgot one more match that he gave to the Premier League, and we keep on saying that every time. That match happened 1999.
But it wasn't the first win.
It doesn't have to be a first win. It's one of the most memorable wins in the world. We watch those videos. Remember those 2 late goals that won the game? Those 2 late goals? Yeah, everybody watches it.
I don't remember.
It's called treble. Remember that, Dio.
Don't ever forget. That was the last time you beat Bayern. You've been beaten 4 times after.
Go matter now. Story for the gods. You people did not win. In as much as I voted for you people to win, you disappointed me. Second semi-final. Dyer mentioned some few things. It was a tactical stuff by Luis Enrique. He did his stuff well. We all watch how the goalkeeper, PSG's goalkeeper, intentionally kicked that long ball to throw in. I didn't know that was something until I watched that game. Until I watched that game again without it, I'm like, is it that this? And I said, is this guy not a ball playing goalkeeper? They bought him because he was actually a decently ball-playing goalkeeper. That was one of the reasons why they kicked out Donnarumma.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not that this guy is bad. So then I now watched the game again. I was like, not just that, they closed up every space that this guy could use,
Olise.
the wingers could use. Olise, not just Olise, even the Diaz. Diaz didn't have enough space to just run. He was running at like two decent or three decent players. Harry Kane was gun bodied, which means whoever the centre back was followed Harry Kane to the midfield.
Yeah.
Like he wore Milo because Colin, like they closed up
Yeah.
all those
Marquinhos,
spaces.
What they didn't do
was
was
following him
excellent.
all the way to the
Yeah.
other half.
But
Yeah,
when
like I
saw
was
him
what.
against we did that, and when
Mhm.
Enrique played Bayern his first leg, he didn't do that. That's
He
how Diaz
didn't.
scored that first goal.
Yeah, he
Forget
didn't.
that. Yeah, that's how Diaz scored. Long ball from Harry Kane. And so he
But also notice this though. In the first leg, you could see those spaces all over the field. It was more like both coaches just say it's gonna be a one-on-one matchup. A lot of people say that this defensively, the first game was pretty bad. It wasn't. It was superior strikers and midfielders against excellent defenders. Superior strikers will always win this thing. Excellent defending any day, anytime.
I disagree that defending was excellent in the first leg.
No. It wasn't bad. I mean, look at it now.
I think it was bad.
The wingers on both teams touched the defenders on both teams,
Yes, and I would say
and it wasn't.
yeah, I
No.
would
Make
say
it.
that the way they were set up to defend Kvaratskhelia for that first goal, I can count like 3 big mistakes. And that right back they had, Bayern's, I think he doesn't usually play right back for you, right? I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But he was roasted. He couldn't compete with him. So you have
All
to
right,
say-
Lima. So man, you mentioned a good point. No, but if you watch those games, because I watched those games like this 3 times. That first game, because I just wanted to see it. Again, I repeat to you, on that day, all the forwards were it's like the smoke crack.
All
They
of them
took
were
their
really,
one-on-one
so
chances.
difficult.
You mentioned the stats now. How many times have you seen this in 5 attacks,
5 shots,
5
5
goals?
goals.
yeah,
That never happens in
that's
football.
poor defense and poor goalkeeping.
No. Brother, we
Some of
saw
those
no.
goals were
I beg.
There was the ball that Kvaratskhelia scored. I think it was Kvaratskhelia scored that went to his near post. No, like this.
That ball, a lot of people
What
talk
is that?
about poor defending. A lot of people talk about poor defending and poor goalkeeping. That is one of the most difficult balls, man, to catch as a goalkeeper. Those ones that are closer to the pole.
Not an elite, not for Noah, an elite goalkeeper.
Yeah,
Right?
no, I have seen Van der Sar, I have seen Czech in his prime miss out on those goals. It happens to the best of them.
Goals,
It happens to the best of them. So basically, let's go to the final. So man, listen, let's go to the final.
Yeah.
PSG versus Arsenal. What I see is somewhat of a replication of what happened in the second leg of both games. It will be KG. Luis Enrique now has shown us that he can play a KG smart game. I don't know who to pick. My heart picks PSG. My soul picks PSG because I cannot afford a double. I can't. So
Then you move out of this thing. You just move out
no, brother. If they win, I'm moving. Man, I'm moving to Yanopaja. I'm moving to Dokpemu. I'm just. No,
Okay.
the shame. You know how many people are coming for me already.
Okay, let's go to more drama.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, so I mean, if you have not been living under a rock, you would have been hearing about this Real Madrid. Real Madrid bounce and goes and bars. That's been happening all week. Somebody in the dressing room has given us minute by minute updates. Whoever that is, they don't know yet, but there's a rat somewhere that's just giving us live updates of what's happening there. So basically, Valverde and Tremaine,
Life-changing experiences.
life-changing experiences. So my brother, life-changing experiences. So yeah, but I mean, it's just simple for me. It's a symptom of poor leadership, of allowing player power to rule. Because I mean, when Xabi Alonso was there, he was trying to curb all these excesses by the players. They kicked him out. What's his name? Florentino Perez chose the players over the coach, and now the players are just ruling and doing what they want. So basically, the drama has been happening today. El Clasico is about to start in the next 15-20 minutes. I'm checking the lineup. Valverde obviously is not playing. Tchouaméni is playing, surprisingly. So we'll see we'll see whether he will play well. But there's something that's going to happen in El Clasico. They said this is the first time in which one of Madrid or Barcelona might actually win the league during El Clasico. So if Madrid fail to win today, Barcelona become champions. This has never happened in El Clasico. But the main thing is this drama has been dragging on, and then they want to pour petrol on fire. They want to bring Jose Mourinho. But I'll come to you, Daya. Do you think this is the right step to do? One part of me would love to see Mourinho back there, but do you think this is the right thing for Florentino Perez to be doing to bring Mourinho back into this chaos?
Okay, I understand the logic behind bringing Mourinho to it. Mourinho, he controls the dressing room. He has the personality. He has the name. He has the aura. Let's use that word. He has the aura. He has the charisma. He dominates. Is the star of the team, just like Pepe's. Like they are the star of the team. You can't, and because of what they have achieved in the past, they can tell you that I want to sell Mbappe, and or I want to sit Mbappe on the bench, and nobody will raise, and they'll be like, okay, they'll defer to him. Like, and sometimes that's what you need to set a group of players straight, and because I don't think Xabi Alonso is a bad coach or a bad tactician, but he just doesn't have that personality yet with this crop of Real Madrid players. And these Real Madrid players, they need a bigger, they need a, I don't want to say father figure, but they need someone with that craziness, like to like I will bench you if you okay. Someone made a comment. Like if you look at PSG, we all wax lyrical about PSG, but the difference now with PSG is that Enrique has owned that team, and everybody defers to him. It wasn't like the days of Neymar and Mbappe and Messi that the coach is even asking Messi, please, or Mbappe, what do you like to play? Please, can you be passing, or do you want to play today, or you are not feeling good enough? Those are the. But if you notice that game, Dembele that scored Ballon d'Or, this guy removed him in the 65th minute, and Dembele didn't throw any tantrum. But you will tell Vinicius to move back a little, and he will come out shirt and want to be fighting you there. Like, are you gonna? So what's the point of having a coach when you don't want to listen to the coach? But so that's where Perez is coming from. Of course, Mourinho has his own demons too. He can overdo it at times. He can be too inner, and he can some people say this generation of players don't actually react the same way the play generation Mourinho was used to. But I think it's gonna, if it's instilling discipline, that will work for them. But the part about the tactics of the game has probably left Mourinho behind, and they'll probably suffer for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll come to you, Toby. Yeah. What your thoughts?
I honestly think this is a failure of the manager, Arbeloa, or whatever his name is. Because
Arbeloa.
I don't know how you can let your dressing room. Is it that the players don't respect you? I mean, you used to be a player there how many years ago, right?
Yeah.
Or it's obvious the players don't respect the manager. There's how do I even describe it? Can you imagine any EPL team like? Unless they don't, maybe Rosinio, maybe this can happen at Chelsea, right?
It happens in Chelsea. I wanted you to land. It happens in Chelsea.
It happened in Chelsea.
It happens in Chelsea every time.
It happened with Rosinio, yeah. It did.
Even before Rosinio, that's what they do.
But that's my point. Like, it's clear, and that's why I think I can understand the Mourinho angle, because they're like, let's get a grown-up in here that won't take rubbish from player power. So at least the culture begins to shift. He may not be the right man to take Real back to glory, but it's obvious that now there is no management. No one is manage an aging man like Rosinio, right? they need a senior man to come in that can look at all of them in the eye and say, no. And it might be a short-term solution. So I actually don't mind the Mourinho, because it's clear that the dressing room, that culture, something needs to change. And you need someone that can say, if I tell you to go on the bench, you are going, because I've won it all, not you. You don't need let's go back to a player manager. No. You need a grown-up to stop these superstars from doing it. And it'll be a change, but let's see. And, I think something has to change there, Shah.
I can say this to that, though. I can say this. I like the fact that we've picked different places. They've like different places to point at. I think the main thing is with leadership, is with this and Perez. This team has not been the same since this and Ancelotti left. Ancelotti was the only person that has the aura and the fatherly figure to put those players in place where there was no talk back, at least not vividly. Under Xavi Alonso, there was talk back in the dressing room. Where like
Yeah.
people were sleeping during tactical sessions. Where people were talking when he was talking, when he actually came out and said that I did not know I am managing kids. He actually said it to the players. All these things are out there. It's not
Mm.
secret news. The problem is I don't in my opinion, there's no coach that can coach this team. If this team is not dismantled. Number two, let me just run through it. I don't think any coach can get the best out of Vini and Mbappe together on the same team. None. Because they are tactically warped as two individuals. They all want the same thing in the same area, in the same place, and they have the same influence. It is not going to work. You have to build the team around one of each. No matter the coach, I don't care how tactical you are, it's not going to work. Minus that, Pires knew this. Ancelotti was one of those people that secretly told him that this thing you are bringing in is going to mess up the dressing room. He didn't. He wanted to bring back the Galactico again. You brought in Mbappe. You know how Mbappe plays. Okay, so listen, Vinicius is a chaos. Give me the ball on the left. Let me walk my team. Jude Bellingham crashed the box. When I put the ball to Jude Bellingham, crash the box, there's Rodrigo on the right, who is a left winger as well. But because he's not that much crazy, he's calm.
Yeah.
He can do some things on the right. But what you now did was you took away that Mbappe coming in destroyed the game of everybody. Check out last season. Jude Bellingham had his season wasn't that good. He started complaining. This Rodrigo wasn't that good. He started complaining. Valverde started complaining. Everybody started complaining when Mbappe didn't come because he's the head man and you paid him so much money. Vini saw the money that they paid this Mbappe. Vini started saying, "Brother, I deliver Champions League. I brought us
Where's
to
my money?
Kini. Why is this guy making this money?" So all that stuff happens. So man, my point is tactically we all know both of them can't fit, and both of them are head dogs. You can't put two chief dogs in a camp. No matter how big the place is, they will tear the place down. So one of them have to go. Again on leadership, not coaching. You lose Kroos. How dare you not replace Kroos? You didn't replace Modric.
Madrid, yeah. They didn't replace Madrid either. Yeah.
You didn't replace your center back. You lost a lot of center back. Militao is out injured. He's pretty much out injured. Carvajal is faking injury because he doesn't agree with Abelua. Chouameni and the French guys feel like the Spanish guys sabotage Xavi Alonso. The Spanish guys are thinking that the French guys, they are backing Mbappe. And they have to back Mbappe because guess what? Who is the captain of the
Oh,
French's
French,
national team?
French team.
Mbappe. So
There's so many
now this
factions there.
is a Pires. Yeah, yeah. There are so many factions. And remember one thing, they lack leadership. During the past, there were factions in Real Madrid, but they had
Yeah.
two people. They had Ramos. Recently, they had Ramos, and Ramos does not stand for that. Even when Mourinho was there in the past, there was a case of him and this in Casillas. Because of Ramos and the era in Ramos had, Ramos calmed things down so that there was no this in fisticuffs between Casillas and Mourinho. They were supposed to be fisticuffs, but because of Ramos and his stature, they didn't do it. You let all your senior players go and put young boys to run the asylum. There
And they're
is
running
no
the
way.
asylum.
And they are running it right now. So
They're
the
running
person that
it.
can fix the whole thing is this thing, Perez. Perez has to decide who stays or who goes. One of them have to stay. The second thing is you have to build your team around the person that stays. Be it Vini, be it Mbappe. Build your team and replace Kroos, replace Modric, replace Carvajal that has practically checked out. Get you experienced centre back and
They've
practically get you
replaced.
a number nine.
They bought a right back now, and
Who?
I know the people
Who?
they'll say it's not
Trent.
a right back, but Trent Alexander
Trent.
Arnold is a right back.
Brother, please. You need a right
Okay,
back
okay,
that will
let's move
replace
on. Let's move
Cavani.
on. Let's move
Continue.
on. We have like 10 minutes left. Let me just read comments and we go to the final topics. So Ayo says Enrique apparently instructed goal kicks out of the left to plug up the space for Olise. Yeah, we saw. Yeah, that was true. He said. I also says starting Ruiz gave PSG more control in that second leg. Yeah, that's true. Henry says, but I feel the best tactician right now is Enrique. He notified Olise complete, and that was the winning formula for them. They significantly reduced him having an influence on the game. I, I think Musiala did his best also because when they notified Olise, Musiala tried, but I think it's not fully fit. I think it's still
There was not enough space for them to run at defenders on the field. PSG clogged up that space, so there was not much for them to do. So all wingers and forwards struggled.
He says he concurs with Ayo that it was very obvious, even seeing the heat maps. Yeah, at some point they complained of throw-ins too. So this is about Jose. Ayo says, I think bringing back Jose is an absolutely terrible decision. He will fall out with the wrong players. He will even fall out with the right players too. But we want to see drama.
The guy will fall out with himself.
Jose is just give him 18 months. He will fall out with everybody. But man, I just want to see drama. I want to see drama. Okay, I've caught up on all the comments. Okay, we'll go to Dio since Dio is here. We just quickly talk about recent Kompany. I mean, he spent 2 years. He spent 2 years there, so I say to his Kompany. What do you think? Do you think the Bayern hierarchy, are they going to start getting itchy feet? Are they going to start thinking, this guy has not brought us Champions League, let's fire him? Or do you think they're keeping him for next season?
We are surely keeping Kompany for next season and probably even beyond. Because the thing is, he has brought, first of all, management, they don't keep quiet. They are like, okay, this is a breath of fresh air. That this is a coach that works with whatever you have. Thomas Tuchel, every day is always complaining about new players. Bring this one for me, buy this one for me. He has landed us in a lot of debt. Like, go and bring Eric Dyer, go and bring this guy in Spurs right now. Palinha, we paid Palinha for 50 million for Palinha.
50.
Yes, we paid 50 million for Palinha. He didn't even use him. We paid Brian Zaragoza, one guy from La Liga. We were supposed to buy him for free in the summer. Tuchel kept on raising dust, and we had to go pay for him in January.
Wow!
And he has not played again. Yeah. So, but Tuchel will keep asking and asking for more. But Kompany.
But he got you guys Hurricane, though.
Did he? I mean.
No. If you are going to credit him for all the other signings, then credit him for Hurricane.
He keeps complaining about the players. He doesn't want to use anybody that is on there right now, like, go and get me new players every time, and that is exhausting. We don't, and they told him we don't have a sheik that is bankrolling us, like we can't. And even if you look at Chelsea, though he won them the Champions League, but some of the bad buys he made there are still there that they are still paying for right now, and that is Tuchel's MO. Like, he just keep complaining. Kompany is more charismatic. The players like him. Actually, that's a good one. Yeah, so
thank you.
He's more charismatic. The players like him, maybe because he's young too, and he can adjust to that. And he speaks for the player, and he also knows how to manage our itchy management. We didn't like him. They were like, go bring someone from Burnley. What are you thinking about? But he has earned the stripes. And Kimmich, the team captain, is like, this is the best team he has played on. Even though we didn't win, even better than the team that won the sextuple, because the first half of that season we didn't play well, but this one we were playing very well.
You broke your goals record. Sorry,
yes, we're about to break the goals record, and it's just so positive. But the thing is, the team is also too thin, and that's a problem of being a Kompany man. You have to adjust. The team is so beyond our first 11. We are like mid-table Bundesliga, because sometimes when we even try to bench the first players to rest them for critical games, we'll be like 3-0 down by first half, and we have to bring Hurricane and Olise and everybody in to salvage.
Come and save us.
Come and save us every time. So
are you saying that Jackson? Are you saying that Jackson is mid-level in
I mean, you can get him though. If we are okay. Look at that's one. We don't have enough time. This guy's pulled up Dembele. They brought in Bakola. Arsenal will pull out Saka. They will pull out Trossard. They bring in Martinelli. They'll bring in Madueke. Odegaard, Havertz. Their defense is like double layer Windows panel. Everybody, every position has double. Ben White for Mosquera, Timber.
Nkapie.
Saka, everyone double, like But we'll take Hurricane. Want to take out Hurricane. We needed a goal, and we're bringing in Nicholas Jackson to do what? So that is where, that's what we. That's why we. That's one of the reasons we lost.
Question.
Getting to the final was too soon for this team.
Question, Daniel.
Yeah.
Is it true you guys want to sign Havertz?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking, because that's like.
Are you willing to sell Havertz?
Are you willing to sell Havertz to them?
For the right price, anybody can go.
What's the right price?
No. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Moderator. What's the right price, sir?
Havertz?
Yes.
75 million.
You know there.
Okay.
But they bought him for that now. They bought him for 70.
What thing they do? 75 million.
Yeah,
man.
You can keep him.
We're fine. We're happy with him. I'm just wondering because I hear that rumor. I don't know if as a Bayern fan.
Yeah, I mean, the person I think they might want to get is like Watermaid, and they'll get him on a loan to buy, like just
the loan from Newcastle.
Watermaid, then you don't have your problem of quality between Hurricane and the next one.
But Watermaid is younger, and we are even gonna get him on a loan. Nobody's gonna. They bought Watermaid for 75 million. Nobody's paying 75 million for Watermaid. Yeah. So Newcastle will probably cover like half of his wages, and I'm hoping this guy Spurs go to relegation so that we can target Van der Ven.
Cody Gakpo is also available because we already
have Luis Diaz.
We can package him for you too for 70
we already have Florian Wirtz and Luis Diaz. You can keep, Cody Gakpo and Florian Wirtz. They are developing a chemistry. Just need some time.
Okay, let's go to the final topic. I want to go and watch a classic. Okay, final topic: heroes and villains of the week. I'll start with you, Yemi. Do you have your heroes and villains of the week? You can just name a hero and villain at the same time.
Hero, to be honest, has to be Arsenal. It pains me. Arsenal. The villain is Perez, and it's Real Madrid squad. I think they're fighting UFC. There's matches. Defenders have their own beef and fight. Midfielders have their own beef. They are throwing blows. Strikers, what you don't know, the strikers have their own beef and throwing blows. So yeah, you already got it.
Thank you very much, Toby. Heroes and villains of the week.
Man, that's a tough one. I think hero would be VAR today for doing God's work on a Sunday and not letting the devil use them on a Sunday.
After collecting bribe.
On God's holiday, VAR was pure and blessed, and we thank God for that. What's the other question? The donkey of the week?
Villain.
Villain.
Oh, it's got to be the whole Real Madrid situation, like completely. It's embarrassing for the biggest club in world football.
But to be honest, I'll just quickly jump in. I think this incident happen a lot in many clubs. It's just that we are hearing about it. They should be hearing about it.
That's the problem. We shouldn't be hearing about it.
Yeah, that's somebody's leaking it. When you read footballers' books, I've read many footballers' books. So these incidents that you're talking about, they happen a lot. That people they fight, but it's just we don't hear about it until they retire.
But let me say something though. Sorry, Mr. Mario, right quick. You think Real Madrid's case is bad? Olympic Marseille. When we finish, whenever you have time.
Marseille, I know about
Marseille is actually 3 times worse than what is going on in Real Madrid.
There's always drama going on there.
No. It's so bad from the president to the person that cleans the. Continue. When you finish, go to Olympic Marseille.
Yeah, they happen a lot of football. It's just somebody's leaking it. That's what they have to find. Whoever is leaking the stories. I mean, because it should not be public. The players fight. There's a lot of testosterone going on.
Brother, it's not that you fight. You knock somebody out cold. That the person is unconscious for weeks.
It happens sometimes. So just we don't hear about it. They punch themselves or they kick themselves. Even can't you remember Mancini and Balotelli? That one was because we saw the pictures. Mancini was practically choking Balotelli when he was in Man City.
Yeah. No, but it's not like how you knock somebody out, maybe from back, from front, and the person hits his head on the table and they have to use ambulance. So, brother, that's use ambulance. Don't carry you. You're in the hospital. That your teammates were sitting down beside you. Brother, that's a different... that's...
Dio. Sorry. Heroes and villain of the week.
Hero of the week, Mikel Arteta to share with David Raya. I know Toby was Ateta out, so I want to point
Me,
finger in your face, like
I'm Ateta's man. Oh, I was
Oh,
Ateta. That was like 7
really?
years ago.
Oh, because I know that some people were like Ateta out, Ateta
No,
out.
not this season. I've been consistent. I said no. Even if we didn't win
Okay.
anything, I'm happy with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, but
okay.
Ateta especially has built a machine. Like, I was hoping they won't win this season so that the players can just run away and Barcelona and Real Madrid will scatter their team
Stop
by
picking them. Yeah.
Manchester
Saliba,
United.
But
Sorry, sir. Please.
oh, what,
Sorry, sir. Manchester what?
Grown up, hey, let's break this film. Grown ups are talking, eh?
Can I have it?
What? If grown-ups are talking and kids are sitting down, why is Liverpool fan talking?
See, current champions of the league. Can you see what I'm wearing?
Where are you on the
Current
table again? Where are you on the table again?
We are current champions. We're
But
going to
no.
Champions League now.
Where are you on the table? My guy, humble yourself. Pass glory.
We're going to Champions League with
We are all functioning on pass glory. Oh.
No, this one is not past glory. This is current. This one is not past glory. Current.
I beg you.
And villain of the week. Okay, I would have wanted to give Real Madrid, but I want to give someone else that deserves it. Diego Simeone. He has been collecting the highest salary as a coach in Europe, and you keep doing all this Aramic football that doesn't go anywhere every time. And you're like, okay, there are two. Sometimes you just have to be creative. Like Arteta had to Simeone, do something different. You were needing a goal. You were bringing in the right back, Molina. You just like, I think he has got into comfortable in that position.
He needs to leave.
Yeah, he got comfortable in that
He
position.
needs a new challenge. If I were there, I won't pay him that money. He needs a new challenge.
He needs to leave and go to Chelsea.
Yeah,
I'm hearing this in Chelsea. Chelsea are looking at him. He will fit Chelsea.
Okay, that'll be good for Chelsea, and I hate to say
Ayo, you can stop the recording, like, so that so I don't, and I agree with Ayo too. Like, a lot of things happen in clubs. Like, that's why they call Bayern FC Hollywood. We beat ourselves every day. Robben and Ribery, they were fighting on the pitch during the Champions League semi-final.
That's what I'm saying.
They were punching themselves versus Real Madrid.
Even Liverpool, we've had incidents on pitch that
they were beating themselves on the
was punching.
And Bayern, we used to have a rat in the dressing room. We thought it was Tony Cruz. We sent him away. The rat still didn't leave. They will be leaking news every time. They'll be leaking news every time. And Lizarazu was beating our coach. Stefan Effenberg was.
It happens a lot. It's just because we hear about it from Madrid. I mean, it's not totally unusual.
Yeah,
but what I agree with all of you. What I agree with all of you.
And they had to train together.
Why I agree with all of you is Madrid's case is extra special because they've let the players take over completely. The players are just good.
The manager was quiet when they were arguing, just chilling. Couldn't say a word. That's my problem when I say you've broken.
No, stop. How about Rudiger that was slapping the assistant coach?
Yeah.
On live TV, Baba, it was like twice. This is not, I don't know if it's play or this.
No, that was 2 years ago, though. That was not recent. That one was 2 years
ago. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but he slapped the teammates just like a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
he slapped the guy that came from this Benfica.
Yeah, he slapped that one, but
he slapped that one.
One was 2 years ago, but he still slapped somebody recently.
He slapped the guy that came, like the left back, slapped him a couple of, like, touched him off.
And he had to apologize for that one. He apologized for it. Yeah. Okay, my heroes and villains of the week. Well, you know me, our club owners. I'm going to give them hero, but I'm giving them villain too. They increase ticket prices. They do this often. The people will say, Liverpool owners are fantastic. They're not greedy. They increased ticket prices a couple of weeks ago. They said they're going to increase for the next 3 years. Our fans have to start protesting. We have to carry a placard and say, we don't agree. So they back down, which is what they usually do. They backed down last week and said, we're going to reduce the ticket prices. So I give them hero, but I also give them villain, because why would you try to do this? This is the second time, this is the third time they try to increase ticket prices, and then the fans will protest and they will reduce it. But apart from that, I want to point out somebody else. This is in female football. Women's football, to be more accurate. There's this. I watch the highlights. I won't say I follow all their matches closely, but I watch the highlight show. And there's this lady called Khadija Bonnie Shaw. They call her Bonnie Shaw. She's on fire. Today, Man City beats Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. She scored twice, but she is about to be the first player to score 20 goals in 3 different seasons. She's really, really awesome, and I think she deserves more credit. She won the Footballers Player of the Year for the Women's League, And this girl, she's like Alan. If you just look for clips of her, she plays like Alan. Maybe even with more skill. She's just a fantastic finisher, and she's world class basically. So I give her also hero of the week, especially for today. What she did today, she scored twice to help Man City beat Chelsea to get to the FA Cup final. So yeah, so we're wrapping up there, and a slot out. Thank you. Goodbye, everyone. We are tired, though, and let's not. Please pack your load and be going. But I want to thank everyone who has joined. Thank you, Yemi. Yemi has disappeared, but we're thanking you in absentia. Dayo, thanks for joining us. Mr. VAR, we see your hand, though. We see your hand. We see your hand.
After the Champions League final, are you coming back?
Yes, I'll be back for Champions League final.
Okay.
I like your confidence, Toby. I like your confidence, Toby. In fact, I want you back. See, left to me, I would love to have you back in the group, but that's another discussion for another day. We would like to have you back. We would like to have you back, but we'll talk about that next time. We'll talk about that next time. Okay, I'll just take the housekeeping and then we'll sign off. So, Footy Fantasy, you can find us. Our YouTube channel is at Footy Fantasy. Twitter handle is at FootyAD Fantasy. Instagram is at Fantasy Footy. And the music you're about to hear as we finish is from SJ Music. You can find him on Instagram. Thank you. It's been a blast. And we'll catch you next week. See you all.
Bye, guys. See you guys.
You're watching Footy Fantasy. It is sure say the thing will beat your football needs. Banter from rivalries, he sure you go receive. From EPL to Champions League, your eyes will see. It's Footy Fantasy. You're watching Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy. It is sure say the thing will meet your football needs. Your football needs. Banter from rivalries.